Hello students, today I am going to do Year-End Evaluation 2019. This is grade 11 class, Department of Education, Southern Province paper. So this is the first paper and you get 2 hours for that. So you get 2 parts, you know already. Part A you get 25 short questions and part B 5 long questions. So, how many minutes you can spend for each question in part A? So, try to do within 2 minutes and then last 10 minutes you can check your answers. And part B, you can spend 12 minutes per question and you get 10 marks for each question. So, let's do this paper. So, in this one, you get first paper, part A, first 5 questions in the first page, 6 to 12 in the second page, 13 to 19 in the third page, questions 20 to 25 in the other page. And then you can start part B, question number 1, 2 in one page. And next page you get questions 3 and 4. And the last page, question number 5. So, we'll start paper 1. Let's do question number 1. A provincial council charges 1,200 rupees for a year as the rates from her house and the assessed annual value of the house is 30,000 rupees. Find the annual rate percentage. So, it's given. What's the charge? 1,200 for 30,000 rupees. So, how you find out the percentage value? Multiply by 100%. Now, try to simplify. 2 zeros get cancelled out and these 2 zeros with this one. So, 12 divided by 3, that's 4%. So, you get 2 marks for that. Question number 2. If 2.65 is 10 to the power 0.4232, find the value of LG 26.5. So, earlier 2.65 and now 26.5. So, how you do that? So, first you can write 2.65 is 10 to the power 0.4232. This is in index notation. Write down in log notation. Log or LG. We can write log 10 base means LG. LG 2.65 is equal to 0.4232. Now we need LG 26.5. So, what you do? So, here same number but this is 26 means multiply by 10. So, move the decimal place 1 place. So, how you write this number? So, you have to write down 1 point. Same decimal value but you have to write this is 1.4232. So, 2 marks for that. Question number 3. 3 men takes 4 days to complete 1/3 of a certain task. How many days 3 men will take to complete half of that task? So, this is 3 men. How many days? 4 days to complete 1/3 of work. So, same number of men to complete half of the task. Now, here 1/3 of the work 4 days. So, to complete the whole thing, how many man days? So, 1/3 is this much. So, 3/3 means you have to multiply this by 3. So, 4 times 3 days you need for complete the whole task. So, that's for full complete work. So 4 times 3, 12 days for complete the full work. Now they want half of that work. So if this is half, so you need to divide this by 2. So 12 divided by 2, so they need 6 days to complete half of the work. So 2 marks for that. Question number 4. Capacity of a water tank is 3600 liters. This tank is filled using a pump which flows out water at a rate of 400 liters per minute. Find the time taken to fill half of the tank using this pump. So what's the capacity? 3600. So water pumps with this rate of 400 liters per minute. So how many minutes needed to complete the full tank? So 3600 liters. So 400 liters, it takes 1 minute. What about 3600 liters? You need 1 over 400 into 3600 minutes. 2 zeros get cancelled out. 4 times 1, 4 times 9. So it takes 9 minutes to complete, to fill the full tank. But we need half of the tank. So half is what? 800. That means 3600 divided by 2. That means 1800, or you can write if this is half. So 1800 liters, how many minutes? 9 divided by 2, that's 4.5 minutes. So 2 marks for that. Question number 5, simplify. Look at the denominator, 2x and 4x. So what's the lowest common multiple of 2x and 4x? So 4x, 2 and 4, that's 4. Now convert to 4x, 2x, you need to convert to 4x. Multiply by 2, so you get 4x here. 3 times 2, 6. 6 minus 1, you get 5 over 4x. So 2 marks for that. Question number 6. ABC angle is 40 degrees and BAC angle is 60 degrees. And BC is equal to CD. Find the value of CBD. CBD is this one. How we find out that? Look at carefully ABC triangle. 40 plus 60, you get this angle, that's 100 degrees. Exterior angle is equal to the sum of opposite interior angles. If this is 100, this is an isosceles triangle. So how can we find out these two angles? So we can find out, subtract 100 from 180 and divide by 2. So you get CBD is equal to 180 minus 100 divided by 2. Because these two angles are equal. So what's the value? 180 minus 100 is 80. 80 divided by 2, you get 40 degrees. So 2 marks for that. Question number 7. Find the least common multiple of the algebraic expressions. First one is 4x squared y. xy and 3xy squared. So you have to write down all distinct factors. 4 you can write 2 to the power 2. and you get x squared and y. This one, x and y. What about this one? You get 3x and y squared. So how you find out the lowest common multiple? You find out the maximum power of all distinct factors. So when you take 2, power 2 is there. That's the maximum power. When you take 3, that's just power 1. X, you get x squared is the highest power. And y, that's y squared. So you take all distinct powers with highest power. So 2 squared is 4. 4 times 3, 12, x squared and y squared. That's the lowest common multiple. So you get 2 marks for that. Question number 8. If cos 60 value is half and sin 60 value is root 3 over 2 and tan 60 is root 3, then find the length of the side AB, that's x there, using the given data in the figure. So this is a right angle triangle. You can use trigonometric ratios. So what are the ratios? SOHCAHTOA. SOHCAHTOA. Sine, cos and tan. So what's a suitable trigonometric ratio? So we need this length, and here to this angle this is adjacent and this is hypotenuse. So which one we can use? We can use cos 60 value because adjacent over hypotenuse is cos. So we can use the cos value. Cos 60 is equal to x over 10. So what's x? You multiply by 10. 10 times cos 60 value. Cos 60 value is given half. So substitute half. 10 times half, that means 2 times 5. So the length is 5 centimeters. 2 marks for that. Question number 9. First term and the fourth term of a geometric progression are 5 and 135 respectively. Find the common ratio of this progression. First term is given 5. So we can write first term is 5. A equals 5. Then fourth term. How you write fourth term? T4. T4 is AR to the power 5 minus 1. Here 4 minus 1. N minus 1, you get 3. That's equal to 135. That's your second equation. Now we know A equals 5. You can substitute here in the second one. Take the second equation. Substitute A equals 5. 5R to the power 3 is 135. So divide by 5 both sides. You get R cube is equal to 5 times 2, 10 and 35, that's 7. So how can you write 27? We know that it's 3 to the power 3. So you can write 3 to the power 3 as 27. Now same power, you can compare the values. So R becomes 3. So that's the common ratio. So common ratio of this progression is R equals 3. You get 2 marks. Question number 10. Write 2x squared minus x minus 6 as a product of two factors. So factorize. What's the method? You multiply the first coefficient with the last one. 2 times minus 6. That's minus 12. Here we write x squared as well. What are the factors of minus 12x squared to get the middle term minus x. Now, this is minus means you have to think about difference. How you get difference minus 12? 4 and 3 becomes 1. So, you get 4x and 3x. But middle term is minus. So, that means bigger one is minus. So, minus 4x and plus 3x. Split the middle term. Minus x you can write minus 4x plus 3x. And then take two terms at once and factorize. So, you can take 2x out. You get x minus 2. And here plus 3 is common. Take it out. You get x minus 2. Now again x minus 2 is common. Take it out. And you get 2x plus 3 as the other factor. So you get 2 marks for that. Question number 11. Include the given data in the Venn diagram. A union B dash is 8. So what it means? A or B means inside the two circles. Dash means outside the two circles. So 8 should be outside the two circles. And then A dash. A dash means outside the A circle. So 4, 6, 8. But 8 is already there. So that means 4 and 6 should be inside the B circle, but outside the A circle. So that's what we can just give, only marking 4, 6, 8 in the Venn diagram. So you get 2 marks for that. Question number 12. Using the given data, find the volume of the triangular prism. So this is the prism. So how you find out the volume? If you know the cross-sectional area, so here it's a triangle. If you know the cross-sectional area, multiply the cross-sectional area with the length. That's how you find the volume of a prism. So volume is equal to cross-sectional area into length. What's the area? This is a triangle. Half times base times height. Half into 6 into 4. Here this is a right angle. So base is 4 and height is 6. And what's the length? That's 12 centimeters. Now simplify. 2 times here 3. 3 times 4, 12. 12 times 12. You get 144. 144. What's the unit? This is about volume. You have to write cubic centimeters. So the volume is 144 cubic centimeters. So 2 marks for that. Question number 13. In this figure, AB is equal to BC. ABC angle is x and ACB angle is 2x. Find the value of x. So what you know about the isosceles triangle? Two lengths are equal. So this angle is equal to this one. So you get 2x here. Now we know the sum of angles in a triangle add up to 180. So you can make an equation. X plus 2x and the other angle 2x is equal to 180 degrees. Now simplify. 2x and 2x, 4x and 1 becomes 5x is equal to 180. Divide by 5. You get x equals 5 times 3, 15, and for 30, that's 6. 36 degrees. So 2 marks. Question number 14. The faces of a fair die numbered from 1 to 6. Find the probability of getting a prime number or a square number by rolling the die. So what are prime numbers? Prime numbers out of 1 to 6. You can write 2, 3 and 5. What are square numbers? Square numbers, you get 1 squared, that's 1. 2 squared, that's 4. 3 squared, that's 9. 9 is not there. So just 1 and 4. So you need probability of getting a prime number or a square number. Prime or square. That means all together you have to write all possible outcomes. So or means union in probability. So we can write all outcomes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Find the probability of getting a prime number or a square number. So we found out how many outcomes you can get. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 outcomes, and altogether how many outcomes? 1 to 6. That means 6 outcomes are there for sample space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now we'll calculate the probability. Probability of prime. This is not probability. Here, I'll delete this part. So we need to, this is just the sample space. So probability of a prime number and a square number is probability of prime or square number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 outcomes out of 6. So 5 over 6. So you get 2 marks for that. Question number 15. How a bicycle travel is shown in the distance time graph. Find the speed of the bicycle within the first 2 minutes. So time is given in minutes and distance is given in meters. So how you find out? If you draw this one, distance, speed and time. Distance divided by speed, you get time. Distance divided by time, you get speed. So how you find out distance? Speed into time. Now we need speed. So how you find out speed? Is equal to distance over time. We'll take this value. So here, from here to here, distance is 80 meters within 2 minutes. So 80 meters within 2 minutes is the speed. So simplify, 80 divided by 2, you get 40. 40 meters per minute is the speed. So you get 2 marks for that. Question number 16. The base radius of a solid cylinder. So we'll draw a cylinder. So base radius is 14 centimeters and the curved surface area is 1760. So what is the curved surface area? What's the formula? 2 pi RH is 1760. Find the height of the cylinder. So you can take pi as 22 over 7. So we can use this formula. So substitute 2 times pi is 22 over 7. Radius is given 14 into h is equal to 1760. Then try to simplify. 7 with this 14, you get 2. Then what is h? H becomes 1760. Divide by this number, 2 and 22. Now simplify. 11 times 2, 11 times here 1 and 6, 160. Then 2 times 2, 4. 4 times 2, 8. All these 8 with 160, that's 20. So what's the height? 20 centimeters is the height of the cylinder. So 2 marks for that. Question number 17, it's a matrix question. So you have given multiplication is equal to xy. Find the values of x and y. How can we multiply? We need to check the size. So this is 2 by 2 matrix, 2 rows and 2 columns. What about this one? 2 rows and 1 column. So 2 by 1. We know that if the number of columns in the first one is equal to number of rows in the second one, we can multiply. So we can multiply and the resulting matrix is 2 by 1. So that means 2 rows and 1 column this way. Now we'll try to multiply. 3, 1, 0, 2, 1 minus 2. So what's the method? You want the first value. This is first row and first column. So we multiply first row with first column. 3 times 1, 3. 1 times minus 2 is minus 2. 3 minus 2, you get 1. This is second row, first column. So second row, first column. 0 times 1, 0. 2 times minus 2, minus 4. So 0 minus 4, you get minus 4 here. So that's the next value. So you get 2 marks for that. Question number 18. Solve. X squared minus 49 is 0. So this is a quadratic equation. So what is the easiest way to solve? So you get only 2 terms. Difference between 2 square terms you can use. So I can write this one as x squared minus 49 is 7 squared. Now we can use difference between 2 square terms. So what are the factors? One factor is positive, other factor is negative. So the product is 0 means you can say 1 is equal to 0. Product is 0, either A should be equal to 0 or B is equal to 0. So we can equate x plus 7 is equal to 0 or x minus 7 is 0. So what are the x values? Take 7 to the other side, you get x equals minus 7 or x equals plus 7. So 2 factors are there. Or you can take 49 minus 49 to the other side and take square root both sides. So I can write this one as 49 as 7 squared. But make sure that you write plus or minus. Square root of 49 plus or minus. Otherwise you will lose one solution. Then you can write, when you take the square root, x becomes plus or minus 7. So both ways you get the same answer and you get 2 marks. Question number 19. Using the data in the figure, find the value of CBE. CBE, that's x value. So how can we find out x value? Now look at carefully. This is a cyclic quadrilateral ABCD. So this is the exterior angle to the cyclic quadrilateral. That is equal to the opposite interior angle. So this is x. Now look at ADE triangle. The sum of angles in a triangle add up to 180. So you can easily find out the x value. 65 plus 30 plus x is 180 degrees. So add these two. 95 plus x is 180. So x becomes 180 minus 95. So you get 5 here and here 10, 8. So x becomes 85 degrees. So that's the value of CBE. Two marks. Question number 20. Algebraic fraction division. So 2x squared y over 5. Divide by this. How you convert to multiplication? You multiply by the reciprocal of that. That means upside down. 4 goes to the numerator and xy goes to the denominator. Now try to simplify. 1x get cancelled out with 1x, y with this y. Then you can multiply the numerator. 4 times 2, you get 8x and 5 in the denominator. So 8x over 5. 2 marks for that. Question number 21. O is the center of the circle. AD is equal to DC. And ABC angle is given 50 degrees. Find the value of OAD. OAD is x value. So how you find out x value? What you know about the line joining the center to the midpoint of the chord? That's perpendicular. According to the theorem, this is perpendicular. So you need to know that. And also, we know that this radius OA is equal to OB. Both are radii. So if this is 50, this whole thing is 50. So what is this angle? Then according to the triangle 50 and 50, 100, 180 minus 100, this becomes 180 minus 100, that's 80 degrees. So this angle is 80 degrees. Now easily you can find out. Think about this small triangle, right angle triangle. 90 is there, x and 80. So how you find x? X becomes 90 minus 80. Because the sum of angles in a triangle is 180. So this is already 90 there. So these two should be equal to 90. 90 minus 80, that's 10 degrees. So OAD is 10 degrees. So 2 marks. Question number 22. In this figure, AB is equal to 10 centimeters. So this is 10. BC is 24 centimeters and D is the midpoint of AB. So that means this length is equal to this length. Find the length of AE. This one. So what do you know about this? So this is the midpoint. Now when you take this one, the triangle, can you see this angle and this angle? So when you take that, both are equal. Corresponding angles are equal means DE is parallel to BC. That's the first thing you need to identify. Then This is the midpoint and parallel line is there according to converse midpoint theorem. When you are drawing the parallel lines from one midpoint, this becomes the other midpoint. So, you get AE equals EC according to converse midpoint theorem. So, easily you can find the length of AE. First, you find AC using the Pythagoras theorem. AC squared is equal to 10 squared plus 24 squared. 10 squared is 100. What's 24 squared? 24 times 24. So you get 8 and 4 here. 4 times 4, 16. 1 remaining. 4 times 2, 8 plus 1, 9. So 576. So you get 576 plus 100, 676. So what's the square number? So if you can't see that, you can divide and see 2 times 3, 2 times 3 is 6 and this is 8. 2 times 1 and you get 6 and 2 times 9, 169. 169 and here you can divide by 13. 3 again 13. So this is 2 squared and 13 squared. 2 squared into 13 squared. So when you take square root both sides, what you get? So you get AC becomes 2 times 13. That's 26 centimeters. AC is 26, so what is AE? Half of it. So you can straight away write down AE length is half of 26. That's 13 centimeters. So you get 2 marks for that. Question number 23. The below histogram drawn using the mathematics marks scored by the students in a class. Using the histogram, complete its frequency polygon. So how we draw the polygon? You have to mark the midpoints of the each bar, but equal bars. So we'll divide equally first. This one. And now we can mark the midpoints. So here, midpoint of this bar. And all of these you have to mark the midpoints. Then mark the previous interval midpoint here and the other one. So now you can connect the midpoints. Take the ruler and connect all the midpoints. That's the frequency polygon. And make sure that you complete the polygon. So that's the frequency polygon and you get 2 marks for drawing it. Question number 24. XY is tangent to the circle XY drawn at the point A. If XAD is 50 degrees and DAC, that's 30 degrees, and ACB is 60 degrees. Find the value of CAB. CAB is this angle. How can we find out that angle? Look at carefully. This is the angle between the tangent and the chord AD. That's equal to the opposite angle. So this is 50. Then What's the other one? We know that ABCD is a cyclic quadrilateral. Opposite angles add up to 180. So here we'll put x here. So we can write x plus 30 plus 50 plus 60. Opposite angles add up to 180 because of a cyclic quadrilateral. So 30 plus 50, 80. 80 plus 60, 140. That's equal to 180. So what's x? 180 minus 140. So that's 40 degrees. X is 40. So that's the required angle, CAB. Two marks for that. Question number 25. It is needed to draw a circle with radius 3 centimeters and passes through A and B points. Draw sketches of the constructions to find the center C of that circle. So what do you need? It is needed to draw a circle with radius 3 centimeters and passes through A and B points. So that means we have to draw the perpendicular bisector. So perpendicular bisector, how you draw? This is a sketch. So you don't need a compass, so we can sketch it. So what we do, you draw. Construct the perpendicular bisector first. So take the compass, keep on top of A. You can draw an arc above and below. Same length, take the same length and keep on top of B and draw the other two arcs. And now you can connect these 2 points. So that's the perpendicular bisector. So you get equal distances here and this is 90 degrees. And then what you do? You need a circle with radius 3 centimeters. So you take the compass and measure 3 centimeters and keep on top of A and mark the 3 centimeter length and the intersecting point of that arc and the perpendicular bisector is the center. So we'll mark it as O. So center C. So C should be here. So we marked this length as 3 centimeters. And this is the perpendicular bisector. So you get 2 marks for that. 1 mark for drawing the 3 centimeter arc and 1 mark for constructing the perpendicular bisector. So this is the last question in part A. So we covered all 25 short questions and you got 50 marks because each question worth 2 marks. Let's do part B. You get 5 questions and you have to answer all 5 questions. So first one is about fractions. So you get 2 parts and we'll do separately. 1/8 of part of a beetle tree which is used for a New Year game is under the ground. Write down the part of the beetle tree above the ground. So 1/8 below the ground. So the remaining amount 1 minus 1 over 8. So you can write this one as 8 over 8 minus 1 over 8 becomes 7 over 8. How many marks? So we'll give marks for each part. So just 1 mark for that. Part 2. 1/14 of the part of the beetle tree above the ground has been cut out because the length of the betel tree is too lengthy. Find the part of the tree above the ground now. So 1/4 of the betel tree above the ground. So here 7/8 is there. That's the part above the ground. From that 1/14. 7 times 1, 7 times 2. So that means 1/16 parts above the ground now. If the length of the removed part is 50 centimeters. So removed part is this one. 1/16. 1/14 of the part of the betel tree above the ground has been cut. So 1/16 part is cut it. Now we have to find out the tree above the ground now. So this part is cut. So that means you have to subtract from the part above. 7/8 minus 1/16. We have to find out that. So same denominator 16. That means 2 times 8, 16, 2 times 7, 14 minus 1. You get 13/16. So that's the part of the tree above the ground now. If the length of the removed part is 50, so removed part is 1/16. So 1/16 means 50 centimeters. Find the height of the part above the ground. So above the ground is 13 parts. So 13/16 means 50 times 13. Put 0 and multiply by 5. 5 times 3, 15. 1 remaining. 5 times 1, 5 plus 1, 6. 650 centimeter is the part above the ground now. So how many marks? So you are getting 1/16. That's 2 marks. And 13/16, 2 marks. And the height, 650 now, 2 marks. So we have another part. Part B, simplify. So when you get something like this, you have to follow BODMAS. Brackets first and then order means power if there's power, division, multiplication, and then only addition and subtraction from left to right. So 2/1/5 we can write as an improper fraction. 5 times 2, 10. 10 plus 1, 11/5. Now we'll simplify inside the bracket. Subtraction of fractions. Convert to the same denominator. 5 and 3, lowest common multiple is 15. Convert to 15. 3 times 4, 12. And here 5 times 3, 15. 5 times 2, 10. Divide by 11/5. Then 12 minus 10 is 2. 2/50. Now you can divide. How you divide? You multiply by the reciprocal of that. Put upside down. This one goes to the numerator and this goes to the denominator. 5 times 1, 5 times 3. 2 times 1, 2. 3 times 11, 33. So the answer is 2/33. So how many marks for this part? You are getting 3 marks. Let's take question number 2. This is about percentage question. Interest and total amount after paying VAT. So we'll do separately. You get 4 parts. Imported price of a vehicle is 5 million rupees. Mr. Ranil can buy this vehicle free of customs duty, which is the duty percentage is 25%, and free of VAT, which is the VAT percentage is 10%. For this, he borrowed a loan from a financial institute. He can pay back it within 5 years with equal monthly installments. The annual simple interest rate for the loan is 4%. Find the total interest for the loan he should be paid in 5 years for the financial institute. So first we need to find out the total interest for the loan he should be paid in 5 years for the financial institute. So interest rate is 4% and the amount is 5 million. So 5 million into 4%. That's the interest. So 2 zeros get cancelled out. 4 times 5, 20. And you get how many zeros? 4 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what's the amount? 200,000 rupees. Find the total amount he has to pay for the financial institute. Now here, this is the interest for 1 year and you have to find out for 5 years. So we'll multiply by 5 here. So here within this question you have to multiply by 5. Interest for 5 years, 20,000 into 5. 200,000 rupees into 5. 5 times 20, 100. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he needs to give 1 million rupee for 5 years. Find the total amount he has to pay for the financial institute. So this amount plus the interest. 5 million plus 1 million. You get 6 million rupees he needs to pay. So how many marks for these 2 steps? We'll look at the marking scheme. So this is for 1 year, 200,000 rupees, and multiplied by 5, you get 3 marks for the first step. And the second part, what's the total? 600,000 rupees. That's 1 mark. Let's take the next one. Find the value of a monthly installment. Now, this is for 5 years. 600,000 rupees for 5 years. So, 5 years means how many months? Number of months. 5 into 12. 60 months are there. So that means what's the installment for a month? Monthly installment you have to pay 600,000 rupees. Is that the one or 6 million? 6 with 6 zeros. 6 million. 6 million divide by 60. 1 0 get cancelled out. That's 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 100,000 rupees. If Mr. Ranil has to pay both custom duty and VAT for the vehicle, find the total amount he has to pay. So monthly installment is 100,000 and you need to find out included VAT. So we'll see how we can find. So we need to look back 5 million. First, you have to check the custom duty, 25%. So we'll find out the custom duty value, 25% of that. Or you can straight away find out if it's 100, you have to pay 125, 25% more. So here 125 over 100 into 5 million. So what's the value? So this is with the custom duty. So 2 zeros get cancelled out and we'll multiply by 5 and put 4 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4 and multiply by 5. 5 times 5, 25. 2 remaining. 5 times 2, 10 plus 2, 12. And 1 remaining. 5 times 1, 5 plus 1, 6. So you get 6,250,000 rupees. That's with the custom duty. Now we have to find with VAT. So what's the VAT percentage? VAT percentage is 10%. Now we have to think about with the VAT percentage. So VAT is 10%. Again, you can straight away find out the value. If you buy for 100, you have to pay 110 rupees. So 110 over 100 into 6,250,000 rupees. So 1 0 get cancelled out, this 0 with this one. Now 11 times this. So multiply that. You get 11 here. So 3 zeros. And then 11 times 5. 55, 5 remaining. 11 times 2, 22 plus 5, 27. 2 remaining. 11 times 6, 66 plus 2, 68. So what's the value? 6,875,000 rupees he has to pay. That's the total amount. So the total amount is that. So we'll see how many marks you are getting for these two steps. So part 3, 100,000 rupees, you get 2 marks. And the last part, so we can give for this step another 4 marks. So 2 marks for this one and 2 marks for here. So you get 4 plus 2, 6 and 4, 10 marks for that question. Now we'll do question number 3. So that's a pie chart and you have to answer the questions according to the pie chart. So we'll do separately. Below picture graph shows how 180 students, those who pass the O-level exam, apply for their subject stream for A-level. Number of students who applied for science stream is twice the number who applied for technology. If this is X, you can write just this is 2X, science and technology. Number of students who applied commerce is twice the students who applied for science. So if this is 2X, commerce is twice of that, that's 4X. 75 students applied for arts stream. This is 75. Find the angle at the center of the sector which represent the students who applied for arts. So altogether 180 students. Out of 180, 75 is selected arts. So what's the angle? 75 over 180 into 360 because the total angle into 360 because the total angle is 360. Simplify. So you get 9 times 20 and 9 times 40, and here you get 2. 75 times 2, that's 150 degrees is the section, the angle for arts. So how many marks for this one? 2 marks you can get. Part 2. Find the angles at the center of the other streams and represent them on the given pie chart. So we found this is 150 degrees. Now we have to find out the other parts. So let's take the number here. 4x, 2x, x. So 4x and 2x, 6x, 6x plus x, 7x. So 7x is equal to 180 minus 75. 7x equals 180 minus 75. So what's that? 5, 10, 1 remaining. So you get 105. 7x equals 105 means x becomes 105 divided by 7. 1 and 5. X means 15 students. So we can write now 15 times 4. 60 here. 15 times 2, 30. And technology is x means 15. Now we can find out the angles. Now we'll find out the angle for technology. $15 students out of 180 into 360. So here actually this is 2 times. So 2 times 15, 30 degrees. That's angle for technology. So what's angle for science? 30 into 180 into 360, or you can just see that's double of the other angle, that's 60. And what's the angle for commerce? That's double of this, 120. So I'll write 60 into 2. 120 degrees. So they're asking find the angles and represent them on the given pie chart. So we'll mark it. So this is 30, this is 60, and this is 120. So how many marks? So we'll see. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 marks for that. So showing on the pie chart 1 mark, and for all these calculation 1 mark each. So 5 marks altogether. Let's take the next part. 10 students who applied for commerce stream changed their subject stream to technology. By considering this data, find the angle at the center of the sector of technology stream now. So earlier, now commerce and technology. So earlier, how many students were there for technology? 15 students. And 10 students who applied for commerce stream changed their subject stream to technology. Now the new number is 25 students for technology. By considering this data, find the angle at the center. So now what is the angle for technology? So 25 over 180 into 360 degrees. So 2 times 50, 2 times 25, that's 50 degrees is the new angle. Earlier it was 30 degrees. So how many marks? So you are getting 1, 2, 3. 3 marks for this part. So we'll see whether you get 10 marks. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 marks for the third question. Let's do question number 4. So you get area, arc length, perimeter. So we'll do separately. This figure shows a sink sheet which is on a plank. It consists of a semicircular part and a trapezium. The diameter of the semicircle is 7 centimeters and the perpendicular distance between the parallel sides of the trapezium is 7 centimeters. And take pi as 22 over 7. Find the area of the semicircular part. So first we need to find out the area of the semicircular part. So how you find out the area? Half into pi r squared. Pi is 22 over 7. What's r? Diameter is 7. So r becomes 7 divided by 2. So 7 over 2 times 7 over 2. Now simplify. 7 get cancelled out. And 2 with this 11. That's all. 11 times 7, 77. Divide by 2 times 2, 4. So you get 4 times 1, 4. For 37, 4 times what? 4 times 9. 36 and 1/4 remaining. So 19 1/4 or 19.25 square centimeters is the area of the semicircular part. How many marks? So you get 3 marks for that. Part 2. If the area of the trapezium is 6 times as the area of semicircle, then find the length of CD. So what's the area of the trapezium then? Area of trapezium 6 times the area of the circular part. So we'll take this value without taking the decimal, 77 over 4. So what's the area? Divide by 2. You get 3 into 77 over 2. We'll take the whole thing. That's equal to the area of the trapezium. So how you find out the area of the trapezium? Half into, add the 2 lengths of the parallel line, 7 plus CD length into perpendicular height, that's 7. Now we can find CD. So multiply by 2, you get 2 get cancelled out. Divide both sides by 7, that means 3 into 77 divide by 7 is equal to 7 plus CD. So that's, you get 11 times 3, 33. 33 is 7 plus CD. So what's the CD value? 33 minus 7. You get 6 and 2. 26 centimeter is the CD length. So how many marks? So you get 3 marks again for finding 26 centimeters. Next one. Find the arc length of AEB. This one. So that means you can use arc length formula. Half into 2 pi r. 2 into pi is 22/7 and radius is 7/2. 2 get cancelled out, 7 get cancelled out, and 2 with 22, that's 11. So 11 centimeter is the arc length AEB. So how many marks for that part? Just 2 marks. And the next one, by taking AD, that's 20.4. Find the perimeter of the single sheet. So you have to add all the lengths. So perimeter is equal to arc length. We found that's 11. 20.4. And CD, what's the CD value we found before? That's 26. And then 7. It's the perimeter of the sheet. 0.4, 1, 6, 7. 7, 7, 14. 1 remaining. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 64.4 centimeter is the perimeter of this figure. So you get another 2 marks for that. So we'll see whether we gave 10 marks. 2 here and then 2, 4. 4 plus 3 is 7 and 3, 10 marks for the fourth question. Let's do question number 5. That's the last question in paper 1. So that's about sample space diagram and probability. So we'll do the first 2 parts here. 2 vans and 3 jeeps are parked in a protected place. A vehicle exits from that place and then another vehicle exits from that place. Using the symbol X, represent the sample space of the above experiment in the given grid. This should be grid. Two vans are represented by V1, V2 and jeeps are represented J1, J2, J3. Find the probability of the 2 Vent vehicles are in the same type of vehicles. So here when you take this one, so this is same van. This is exit from one place and this is the exit from the other place. So if you take the first vehicle, exit from this place, you can't again exit from another place. So here, what are the possibilities? You can't take the same thing. Then here V2, you can't take V2 again. J1, you can't take J1 again. J2, can't take the same thing. J3, you can't take J3. So those are the only possibilities. Find the probability of the two Vent vehicles are in the same type of vehicle. That means vans or jeeps. So what's the region we need to take? Vans with van. So this is okay. And jeeps with jeeps. So you have to take this possibility. So how many possibilities? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 possibilities out of altogether 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 10. That's 20 possibilities are there. So when you simplify, you get 4 times 2, 4 times 5. So 2 over 5 is the same probability. So how many marks you get for this step? So 2 marks for showing all the possibilities, and then 8 over 20, you get 2 marks. So 4 marks here. Now let's do the next one. Part 3, 4 vehicles out of these vehicles are manual transmission and the other vehicle is an auto transmission. An incomplete tree diagram is given below regarding this experiment. So 4 manual, so 1 is auto. So what's the probability here? 1 over 5. And that's the first vehicle exit. Second vehicle exit. So here 5 before, already manual 1 exit. Then what's remaining? Now the denominator is 4. Here manual 1 already gone. So again another manual is 3/4. Then what about the auto? That's 1. This one auto vehicle already exit. So this is getting another auto 1 is 0. So this one becomes 4 over 4. So those are the probabilities. And they are asking find the probability of the 2 vehicles went out from that plaza with the same type of transmission. That means manual or auto. But the problem is here there only one auto vehicle was there. So this probability is 0. So you can take probability of getting manual 1 and a manual 1. Both are manual. So that's 4 over 5 into 3/4. 4 get cancelled out. You get 3/5 as the answer. So you get 2 marks for this one. Check whether you get not only 2, just 3 marks. 3 plus 3 is 6 and 4 you get 10 marks for that question. So we completed all questions in paper 1. So make sure that you do the paper and then check my video to correct your answers.